Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is a half circle pop-up spinner card. Now this card was created, or I should say inspired by Julie Davison. She created a half circle pop-up, which she used a window sheet for, but I added a spinner. So here we have this spinner in the middle of this half circle. So let's get started and I'll show you how I made it. Again, it was inspired from Julie Davison's original creation and I just put my own spin on it. We're starting with a piece of vanilla cardstock. This measures 3 3/8 by 9 1/2, and we are going to score it at the 1 inch, the 2 3/4 inch, and the 4 1/2. And what I'm going to do is then bring in the 2 1/2 inch circle punch. I've got that 1, 2 3/4, and 4 1/2, and we want to cut or punch our half circle out of this piece right here. So I want to push it in as far as it goes, and I want to line it up from the edge of the score lines to the best of my ability and punch. Next, what I want to do is I'm going to take my fast fuse and I am going to run fast fuse all along the bottom. I'm hoping I'm going to run. Looks like my fast fuse needs to be twisted around here to get it to be working right. Oops. Oh, it's at the end. Well, that's not going to work. You can use fast fuse or you can use the new tear and tape. So I've got that. Let's use that. So I want to make sure that I get enough adhesive on there, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing in my baker's twine. This is my metallic, not metal, metallic baker's twine, and it has the gold strand in it. I want to use that because I'm using a gold on the front of the card, and I'm going to run it right along the tear and tape. I want it to have a really secure base to it. I guess I need to remove that tape, so I'm going to push that down like so, bring it right up to the score line, and then bring it across to the other side. And then again, I'm going to run that baker's twine right down along that tape, because I need a nice secure base in order for my card to spin. So there I've got my half circle and my baker's twine. Going to bring in 2 butterflies that I have already punched, and I'm just going to use that fast fuse again. I need to get a refill in there. Instead, I'm just going to use my glue dots. I want lots of adhesive on them because they're going to be secured together and be secured over that twine. I think I'm actually going to go back into my tear and tape. I put the glue dots on the one butterfly, but I think I want to do the tear and tape on this one, just to make sure that I have enough adhesive holding that down. Tear that close enough, so I'll just bring in my snips. So then I'm going to put a line right in there, I think, because again, I want to make sure that that holds secure, because we'll be spinning that back and forth. So love the tear and tape, so much easier to work with than the sticky strip. So I want to apply that butterfly And I want to make sure that I have enough room for it to twirl around. So I'm going to kind of put that right there. Bring in my other butterfly and lay it on top. Secure that down good. And there I have my spinner. Isn't that fun? Next, what I'm going to do is to create my card. I've got a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of cardstock. I'm going to score that at the 5 1/2. And I want to then attach my half circle spinner. So I'm going to add my snail. Again, I could use my tear and tape or fast fuse. Now set that aside because I almost forgot. I'm going to bring in a piece of basic black. This measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to put that on my card base, and then I'm going to bring in my half circle, put it right up to the fold, and then I'm going to close my card down on that. And to cover this part of the, there goes my spinner, this part of the half circle, I'm going to bring in a piece of designer series paper. This is the Timeless Elegance designer series paper. I am so in love with this. I do have a fun video on Friday to show you some tips to using this paper, but there I've covered that part of the spinner up. Going to bring in another 4 inch by 5 1/4 inch black to put on the front, and then a piece of that Timeless Elegance, again the same as I used in the center of the card, but this piece measures 3 3/4 by 5. And next what I'm going to bring in is our beautiful foil doilies. These are metallic foil doilies. They come in a pack with gold and silver. So I'm going to place that silver, or excuse me, my gold one down, and I'm going to take another one of those butterflies. I'm going to use a dimensional and put it in the center of the butterfly, and then what I'm going to bring in is my new metallic thread. I love this metallic thread. It comes 50 yards to a spool for only $3, and I'm going to take the end of that and put it on my dimensional and just kind of do some curls. It's very fine, and just especially with the butterflies, just add some elegance to your card. Again, fine work, so it makes it nice if you can put it right on that dimensional. Wrap it around, and I think that's probably enough. I'm going to bring in my scissors and trim that, and then just put that right on that butterfly. So that it comes in gold and silver, and then it matches your foil doily. So there you have a half circle spinner card. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon.